When I talk to you about crime, and Johnny, our campaign director, chairperson, this guy wears a lot of hats. He's been with me for a while. When I talk to you about crime, it's a multifaceted problem also. But South Fulton, like many of the Atlanta neighborhoods, has seen a rise, an increase in crime. Carmen and I had to invest in the storm doors, the protective doors, because we already have a burglar alarm, but you become almost a prisoner because you hear that your neighbor's house was broken into. I think your home is your greatest investment, and it just shatters a family when there's a break-in. It's not so much as them stealing your flat screen TV, which is replaceable. It's the peace of mind that's lost once somebody enters your home when you were away. Or sometimes we're actually seeing people who are at home having this problem. So I think government on all levels, the number one responsibility is to protect its citizens. Now, a lot of people think about protection of citizens as their city police, their county police, but I want you to know that the state too has a responsibility in crime. It's more on prosecuting them and the way the laws are written. We know that we've seen a surge in juvenile crime. I want you to know that I have lots of meetings with law enforcement officials, and many of them talk about that in Georgia, our juvenile crime laws are weak, and I do believe we need to revisit those. I spoke about that a lot in community meetings last year, and that's still a concern of mine. And I want you to know that I would definitely strengthen the juvenile crime laws, because what's happening is it's not that we have like thousands and thousands of juveniles kicking in doors. There's just some bad apples, but what happens is they get out so fast that you think there's a lot of them. I mean, there's a lot of crime, but I believe that it is typically from some of the same kids. I mean, we know that there's a lot of gang activity, but we're seeing people who are committing these crimes being released in very, very short periods of time, and they're not taking it very seriously. They're not considering what they're doing to our families by, one, stealing the property that we've worked hard for, but two, again, it's the shattering of the peace of mind that I think is so critical and is so troubling. But then, of course, it's not just juveniles. You recently saw on the news there was a repeat criminal. Ironically, his name was Shorty, and I mean it was like get Shorty. Okay, this guy had been arrested 27 times. I attended a community meeting recently that it was headed by our district attorney in Fulton County, Paul Howard, and it was an opportunity for us to receive here in Fulton County some stimulus funds from Congressman John Lewis for the multi-jurisdictional task force. I had long time been an advocate of all of these municipalities in Fulton County getting together. And I want you to know, I was one of the citizens that was saying, what are the police doing? What are the police doing? Well, it turns out they had a plan, and they revealed that plan to us publicly at this meeting. And they talked about all of the different county and city municipalities and even state working together, because the belief is that the crime happens from groups maybe in one city, and it's happening, they transfer into the next city, and it basically affects us all. So if someone breaks into your house in College Park and they're in a chase, all of a sudden they're in East Point, we're equally as affected, because if somehow the cops are chasing them down the highway and you're just on your way back from the grocery store, you're equally as affected. So this multi-jurisdictional task force received stimulus funds of $200,000 from Congressman Lewis. And you can go to my website, www.georgesneed, and there's some video that's posted of that historic event. Again, I attended that with a lot of other community leaders, but our current state representative was absent. And that was shocking, because there are a lot of issues in this community, definitely, but one of them particularly that's most serious is crime. So I want you to know that the state does have a role in it. I think that our economy will get better. I think that the state should have input into this multi-jurisdictional task force, and it takes the leadership of your representative. Because when your representative is out in the community, like I would be, then I can hear from you. I can hear your stories. If I haven't made it by your neighborhood meeting yet, you can tell me at these community meetings, because people come out to these. They want to know, especially when you know, it's money from the federal level, like Congressman Lewis was able to send. But I just want to say that as your next state representative, that I would be tough on crime, but I would be focused, and I would listen to your concerns and what's happening to you.